Michael Keaton has revealed the condition he gave Tim Burton for returning in Beetlejuice 2, and it directly fixes a complaint related to their last movie collaboration. While Michael Keaton and Tim Burton previously worked together on 4 movies, Beetlejuice, Batman, 1989, Batman Returns, and Dumbo, before Beetlejuice 2, only one resulted in a box office disappointment. The divisive film was entirely different from any project Keaton and Burton had collaborated on before, but the actor's recent comments about his return as the title character in Beetlejuice 2's story confirm the duo is returning to their more familiar success formula. When discussing his upcoming role, Michael Keaton revealed that the Beetlejuice sequel's practical effects focus was crucial to his return. The actor explained that he and Burton had discussed making a sequel to 1988's Beetlejuice at various times over the years, but that he was totally not interested in doing something where there was too much technology. Keaton elaborated that he wanted Beetlejuice 2 to feel handmade, as the practical effects make the process enormous fun. This condition not only bodes well for Beetlejuice 2, but also confirms Keaton and Burton moved away from the filmmaking process behind their last movie. Michael Keaton's practical effects rule is a welcome change after 2019's Dumbo failure. Practical effects were a cornerstone of Beetlejuice's original charm in 1988, with the iconic sandworm, creepy faces made by the Maitlands or Beetlejuice, and the many ghosts around the Netherworld waiting room being achieved this way. This type of filmmaking was also present in Burton and Keaton's Batman movies, with these early collaborations prioritizing practicality instead of relying on CGI technology. Granted, CGI technology wouldn't skyrocket in big-budget movies until after Keaton and Burton's Batman films, but this technological shift in filmmaking with special effects would come to define Burton's work in the 2000s and 2010s. Keaton and Burton's fourth movie would reunite the pair 27 years after Batman Returns, as Keaton had a starring role in Burton's 2019 live-action remake of Disney's Dumbo. However, as was the case with Burton's live-action remake of Alice in Wonderland, Dumbo was notable for its more intense use of CGI technology, but, unlike the $1 billion-earning 2010 remake, the gamble didn't pay off for the 2019 film. Dumbo only earned $353 million at the box office against an estimated budget of $170 million, with the movie's mixed reviews making it a commercial and critical misfire for Disney. However, after 5 years, Beetlejuice 2 is finally breaking Tim Burton's streak of oversaturating films with CGI, and it could be crucial to the long-awaited sequel's success. Dumbo being a CGI fest was one of the biggest criticisms of the 2019 remake, with reviews frequently calling out the designs of the animals as a distracting factor. After the more technological approach to filmmaking in Dumbo resulted in the only critical and commercial failure for Keaton and Burton's collaborations, the duo's return to simpler practical effects in Beetlejuice 2 is a welcome change. Tim Burton returning to practical effects solves a huge problem from the last 20 years of his movies. Beetlejuice smiling with the poster of Alice in Wonderland in the background. Much has been discussed about the decline in quality and popularity of Tim Burton's movies in the 2010s, with films such as Dark Shadows, Frankenweenie, and Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children failing to incite the same level of critical/audience adoration or box office receipts as his movies from the 1990s and early 2000s. While various factors contributed to this change, one of the most common elements cited for this decline was Burton's over-reliance on CGI. After 2005's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Burton's style of filmmaking changed from a more practical Gothic aesthetic to a dark but glossy CGI design. However, practical effects were a cornerstone of Tim Burton's filmmaking for his most beloved movies, so his shift to a CGI focus changed what audiences would expect from one of his projects. Beetlejuice, Edward Scissorhands, Corpse Bride, and his Batman movies were made practically, with stop-motion animation, even in his live-action films, being a trademark for his uniquely designed characters and objects. This beloved feature was largely missing from his last 2 decades of movies, so Beetlejuice 2 prioritizing practical effects with little use of CGI is a refreshing return to form for Burton and reviving the charm of his heyday.